When iconic cities lose their colors, it's not just buildings and landscapes that fade, but also the history, culture, and soul of a place. Picture the vibrancy of cities rich in Black history slowly fading away, the sounds of laughter and drums echoing with fewer voices. Have you ever stopped to think about what happens when you erase the history of an entire people? For Black travelers, this reality can be even more impactful. However, there is something we can do. Want to discover how Black culture is being erased in certain cities and what you can do about it? Subscribe to the channel and leave your like so we can illuminate these stories together. What do you imagine when you hear about the most beautiful cities in the world? Great works of art, buildings of incredible beauty, and landscapes that take your breath away. Now, what if I told you that some of these places are losing their charm and culture? More than just a change of scenery, a city is made up of its people, traditions, and stories that echo through its streets. But recently, many cities have been undergoing a strange transformation. Some experts call it urban whitewashing. It's like the city's story is being rewritten, leaving out important chapters and changing how we see the city's identity. Some cities are seeing a slow disappearance of Black culture, traditions, and symbols. It's like someone is erasing parts of the city's history. Imagine walking through streets where every corner holds a memory, and suddenly those memories start to fade away. That's what's happening in some cities around the world. Places that were once vibrant with Black culture, music, and art are changing. And it's not just about the city's appearance, but also about what it means for the people who live there. In the United States, cities like New Orleans, Memphis, and Detroit were once hubs of blues, jazz, and soul music. But today, those sounds aren't as prevalent. Similar changes are happening in cities like London, England, and Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where genres like reggae and samba are becoming less common. The cities are changing, but why? What's behind this urban transformation? Let's dive deeper into this phenomenon and explore the reasons behind the disappearance of Black culture in some cities. Many factors contribute to this phenomenon, but it all boils down to two main issues. The first is gentrification. When a neighborhood goes from being humble and affordable to trendy and upscale, it attracts new residents and businesses, but it also drives out the original inhabitants who can no longer afford to stay. As a result, the unique character and culture of the place disappear, replaced by a homogenized version of progress. The second factor is prejudice and racism. In many cities, Black neighborhoods are targeted for demolition and redevelopment, destroying homes, businesses, and cultural landmarks. The erasure of Black culture is often deliberate, part of a larger system that marginalizes and silences Black voices and histories. But let's go back in time to understand how we got here. The story begins with slavery and colonialism. During those dark times, Africans were forcibly taken from their homelands and brought to different parts of the world to work under inhumane conditions. Despite the horrors they endured, enslaved Africans held on to their traditions, religion, and culture, giving rise to new forms of expression. Music, art, and literature became powerful tools for communicating stories of struggle, resistance, and hope in a society that tried to suppress their identity. Fast forward to the 20th century. The fight for civil rights and equality was hard-won, but it allowed Black communities to gain access to education, housing, and political participation. This led to the emergence of prominent Black neighborhoods in many cities. Harlem in New York, for example, became a hub of jazz music and literature. Meanwhile, in London, Notting Hill was transformed into a vibrant center of Caribbean culture. These neighborhoods were not just places to live, but cultural centers that gave voice to Black artists, writers, musicians, and activists. The influence of Black culture went beyond these neighborhoods, shaping fashion, music, and art movements worldwide. It was a testament to the strength and resilience of a community that, despite facing countless challenges, continued to express itself and contribute to society. Sadly, this cultural landscape is now under threat. As we discussed earlier, gentrification and racism are two major factors causing the disappearance of Black culture. But the problem runs deeper. There is a systemic erasure of Black history and contributions, leaving many unaware of the profound impact Black communities have had on shaping our world. But amidst this challenging reality, there is hope. We can all contribute to preserving Black culture. First, We need to be aware of the problem. Educate yourself about the history and importance of Black neighborhoods in the cities you visit. Second, support local initiatives. Look for organizations working to preserve cultural heritage and support them through volunteering or donations. Third, engage with the community. Talk to local residents, listen to their stories, and learn about the challenges they face. Lastly, amplify their voices. Use your social media and communication channels to share stories and raise awareness about the importance of preserving Black culture. Together we can ensure that the vibrant tapestry of Black culture continues to thrive in our cities. But how does this phenomenon specifically affect Black travelers? For Black travelers, encountering cities where their culture is disappearing can evoke a range of complex emotions. It can be disheartening to witness firsthand the erasure of cultural spaces, landmarks, and traditions that are an integral part of their heritage. Visiting a city like New Orleans, for example, where jazz and blues originated and played a pivotal role in shaping American music, only to find that these genres are no longer as prevalent, can be a sobering experience. It can evoke a sense of loss and make one question the future of these cultural forms. Furthermore, as they engage with locals, Black travelers may hear stories of displacement and gentrification, which can lead to feelings of empathy and solidarity with the community. Understanding the struggles faced by local Black populations in preserving their culture can foster a sense of shared identity and common purpose. On the other hand, witnessing the erasure of Black culture can also ignite a sense of determination and activism. Many Black travelers may feel inspired to support local initiatives aimed at revitalizing cultural spaces or preserving historical landmarks. They may also become more vocal in advocating for the recognition of Black history and the celebration of Black culture in these cities. Traveling to cities where Black culture is disappearing can also be a powerful reminder of the importance of cultural preservation and the fragility of cultural heritage. It can inspire Black travelers to appreciate and celebrate their culture more deeply and to actively engage in its transmission to younger generations. Overall, the experience can be both challenging and empowering for Black travelers. It can confront them with the realities of cultural erasure and the ongoing struggles for recognition and inclusion, but also with the resilience, creativity, and activism within Black communities. It can inspire them to become agents of change, contributing to the preservation and celebration of Black culture wherever they go. But how can Black travelers make a difference? Black travelers can make a significant impact in cities where Black culture is fading by embracing conscious travel practices. Firstly, they can support local Black-owned businesses by patronizing Black-owned restaurants, bookstores, art galleries, and other establishments. By spending their money within these communities, they can directly contribute to the preservation of cultural spaces and economic vitality. Secondly, engaging with local cultural institutions, museums, theaters, and music venues that celebrate Black history and culture can help keep these spaces thriving. Attending events and performances that showcase Black talent ensures that these cultural expressions continue to be valued and supported. Additionally, connecting with local community organizations and initiatives working to preserve cultural heritage is crucial. By partnering with these groups, Black travelers can contribute to ongoing efforts, whether through volunteering, donations, or raising awareness. Sharing stories and experiences on social media platforms can help amplify the voices of Black communities and shed light on the challenges they face. Using their platform to educate and advocate for cultural preservation can inspire others to take action. Finally, engaging in respectful dialogue with local residents and listening to their perspectives and experiences are vital. By understanding the specific challenges and needs of each community, Black travelers can tailor their support and engagement accordingly. Remember, it's not just about visiting a city, it's about engaging with its soul, its people, and its culture. By embracing these practices, Black travelers can become allies and contributors to the preservation of Black culture in cities where it is fading. Cities are more than just concrete and steel. They're living, breathing entities filled with stories, laughter, and dreams. But recently, some cities have been losing their soul, their culture. Imagine strolling through streets once filled with vibrant music and art, but now they're empty and changed. That's what's happening in some cities around the world. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think about the disappearance of Black culture in some cities? Have you experienced this while traveling? Share your thoughts, experiences, and suggestions in the comments below. Your voice matters, and your participation makes this journey even more meaningful. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep celebrating the richness of our world's cultures.